I want to talk to you all about something that not a lot of people are bringing out. But being a native Californian, I understand this history. And so, as you can see, I have this page up. Oil was discovered in Los Angeles in the 1800s, and the city was once a major oil producer. Okay. Early oil discoveries in 1856, a company began distilling oil from the tar pits. Remember, there's tar pits at La Brea Ranch. Okay. The first oil well in Los Angeles was dug by hand in 1857, west of Coronado Street and south of 3rd Street. The first commercially successful oil well in 1876. Charles Alexander Mentry drilled the first commercially successful oil well in California in the Pico Canyon oil field north of the San Francisco Valley. The well, known as well number 4, produced 25 barrels of oil per day. The Los Angeles City oil field development of the Los Angeles City oil field began in 1857 and production started in 1890. The field peaked in 1901. Edward L. Doheny in 1892 discovered the first successful oil well near present-day Dodger Stadium. Doheny's discovery set off an oil drilling spree, right? So like basically it became an oil rush. People started, digging by hand, putting rigs up all over Los Angeles County. Okay, that's going to be relevant in a minute. So the oil industry's impact on Los Angeles made possible helping to build the infrastructure to transport agricultural produce and support the city's growth. Okay, now here is where it's very important that you pay attention. All that other stuff is vital too, but right here is where you will start to connect pieces of this puzzle. Today, there are still active oil rigs in Los Angeles, hidden in plain view on high school campuses, attached to shopping malls, and located inside buildings. However, the city is phasing out oil and gas extraction. Okay, they started doing that in 2022, and the Los Angeles City Council declared oil extraction a non-conforming land use. So here we are in 2025, and people are seeing the devastation of the fires. And nobody is talking about the fact that there were oil rigs abandoned and never capped off. The entire city and county has oil fields and rigs, gas extraction all over. That was done by hand at some point. It was like the gold rush, right? This was the oil rush. People just came up and set up rigs. Okay, I'm going to show you Hollywood. Hollywood, you look this up on your own and you'll find it. Uncovering urban oil derricks of Los Angeles. Okay. Over 150 feet tall. Now they have them disguised as buildings. They're still there. Now, this is what it used to look like, right? You see this? This is what it looked like. There were people that came and dug rigs, weren't professionals. They just started digging. When they found oil, they'd set up their makeshift, rig. Now, these people, you see them along the water? You see them along the water, right? And so you have to understand the map and the geography and know that these things never were capped off and they're still existing today disguised. And then, you look at the pattern of fire and you think about gas and you think about oil and you think about the La Brea tar pits, and you can kind of start to get an understanding of why, or maybe it's just an idea that needs to be entered into the discussion about the fire. Because the last time I heard from citizens that the government didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money capping them all off at one time. And so there was still active rigs and uncapped, when the people abandoned the rigs because they weren't producing to make it, profitable for them. Some of them just left the rig standing. Some of them just pulled them out. Nobody capped it off. Okay. So I just want you to think about that. I'm going to show you the map, basically a penciled in map, right? It's not like an aerial satellite map. I'm going to show you the map, and then I want you to go back and do the research, ask the hard questions. Well, do you think the fires are in any way connected to gas extraction and uncapped oil rigs? All right, here is the map of the 5 fires that we know. The Palisades one started right away, and as you can see, it's right near the water. I just showed you the Hollywood rig map. Here you can see all these other fires, and I, just want someone to ask the hard question. I don't know about the tunnels, okay? Because there are a lot of underground tunnels there, but I know what happens if you have a gas pipe or vein. You know, I know what happens with oil being ignited. And I know that this is the factual history of Los Angeles County. Oil rigs, gas extraction. Some of it still exists today. Some of it was abandoned. These were makeshift oil rigs, weren't done by professional hands, dug by hand, never capped off.